Hey guys, welcome back to Workers and Resources. Our glorious republic continues as we monitor Zeroski's progress. We have the walking path moving through here. It's going to just kind of connect more buildings up to walking paths. Always good to have buildings that have nice walking paths around, even if you are relying on cars a lot for moving around. When you get into town like this, it's good to have walking paths. So we're going to connect this up to here, maybe provide a shorter route to getting into places, possibly allowing these guys to have some cars in these lots even. So that might be interesting to have them leave from here instead of having to go from over here. The right turn lane is working really well. I'm pleasantly pleased with it, if you will. They're able to turn right here without having to wait at the red light. So now pretty much everybody who's on this side of the turn anyway is going to be people who are either going straight or turning left. So if there's anybody going right, let's see what this guy's gonna do. Yeah, he's gonna go right, and he could just now bypass the light entirely, and off he goes. Love that. Okay, same thing's gonna happen up here, and I think eventually over here too. This light, I'm gonna change the interval on this one, I think, to like maybe 18. I think it needs to be a little bit longer from that direction. Tend to have a lot more people coming this way than we do any other direction for now, so that's the way that light's going to be. And we can constantly adjust this as I move and expand the city and everything. I'll be keeping an eye on all the intersections and stuff and altering the lights so that so we have decent traffic flow. I'm going to put a red star monument in here. A lot of these guys have low loyalty, so we're going to be working on that too. I also have buses that are now coming to here rather than coming to this. So this bus stop can go away. We no longer need this one. Everyone should be going over to the other bus stop now. There we go. And I'm gonna keep that road there, just across the tracks like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll end up being more like this. Probably will be. Let's do this. I think it'll probably end up being closer to coming straight across like this anyway, as we put some buildings into here. So we're going to expand Zeroski today, but before we do that, there's a couple of projects I want to start in the Republic over here. There's one demolition project and then one construction project. So I'm going to come over here. Talked about this before, but I wanted to wait until it was like really empty. And so now it's really empty. Everything has sort of sorted itself out with waste. We have no waste issues anymore, either here or here. All the waste is taken care of now. Everything is completely fine. The ash is kind of like, I don't know, 80% full. All these, and it's starting to dissipate, right? It also dissipates in here gradually too, but the trucks aren't letting that happen. And so we're gonna also, I want to get this distribution office to pick up, if possible. I don't think there are no flatbeds. I would like periodically to have some of these flatbeds come over here and pick up the plastic waste, if you could, just because I want to move it somewhere else. So load plastic waste, and I want you to bring it over to here and just drop it off. Drop it off right here. Yeah. Unload plastic waste right there, and just keep it full. All right. Periodically, we're going to have that happen just so that we can continue to have plastic waste dropped off over there and then moved over here where it can actually be processed. So what I'd like to do, since this has got basically no waste in it anymore anyway, we're going to go ahead and remove this dump. We're also going to get rid of that path and that path for now. This one, we're going to reduce the number of workers to 0. We don't need anyone in here anymore. And what I'd like to do here, like I talked about before, I'd like to redo this because I think the concept was good, but on paper, but in practice, there's a huge imbalance as to how many resources are or how many of each resource is gathered, right? So there's not a lot of aluminum scrap to be sorted, and so this ends up being a bottleneck because of the production limitations. So we're going to kind of disconnect aluminum separation and probably end up deleting this building and all of this stuff. We're going to leave the storage though, because I do like this part of it, just having aluminum processing and stuff in here. One person in here is actually plenty, but I do like having that as an option. And then what we can do is we can say any aluminum scrap that ends up in general separation, it's going to end up being here. And as soon as it does that, it's going to end up, just kind of storing in here. We'll have trucks bring it from over here to over here. So we'll just have a truck sitting here, wait until full on aluminum scrap, and then it will just bring it over here when it needs to, and then that's it. I could alternatively try to connect this storage with this belt, but I just don't see that angle working. right? It's a little bit too extreme of it. Like maybe if this was pivoted a little bit, I might be able to get a belt over that way and then hook up here. But it is just so, well, it's just not good. All right, it's just not going to work. So we're not going to be able to do that. All right. So that's my deconstruction project. We're gonna get started with demolishing this stuff. Let's make sure our demolition crews know that at least these two here are the biggest priorities. This one can happen afterwards, but these ones need to move. Our waste processing is technically shut down at the moment, aside from metal scrap, I guess. But with this not being able to kick any out, it's basically going to be a bottleneck now, and it's like closed, all right, with a cap on it. It's a bottle with a cap on it, right? So this can fill up, and that's fine. We'll have a little bit of there, but this has a 30-ton processing maximum as opposed to the 20. So effectively, by kind of redoing this a little bit, I'm going to take up less space, and I'm going to increase our efficiency by 50% in doing so. And then we'll probably end up tearing this down and then making this into parking lot so people can drive here to work. Okay, construction projects. Before we get into Zeroski's expansion, the construction projects I'd like to try doing. Trains are using the alternative routes. That's nice. I've got this already done. I don't know if I've shown this yet. I've got this done. All I need to do is just a little extra work here, but I'm kind of keeping it closed because I'm going to open it ceremoniously once we start getting boats going. So over here in this area, right, we have all these rails and they kind of come together here and everything. Well, there's one additional direction I'd like to go with this rail, and it is this way. This rail is going to go straight in this direction, about like, let's say about that far. Probably good. I think so. And then you are going to wrap around. I know it's tight. Actually, probably should do it a little bit more open here. Yeah, like this. So there and there. All right. There's our new intersection. With that being the new intersection, we're going to get rid of these two signals and replace them with signals on this side here. So go right there and there with a signal. Okay, there we go. That's going to be good. It's possible I need to move that road because distance-wise, this looks a little close for me. 140, yeah. We can just move this signal to be here on this side of the road instead. That'll give us the 150. And then if I really care, it is a dirt road for a reason. We'll just have it connect over here instead. And then at that point, we can remove this road and have it, connect like this instead. Yeah, just kind of delete it. These are all walking paths, right? Yeah. Get rid of this. And then we just have this merge down like that. And then the dirt walking path can come over like this. It looks like our underground tunnels are done. Yes, indeed they are. Very good. And this path is done. Excellent. So we now have a solid way for workers to get in here. The sewage tank is getting overflowed, or is overflowing though. And that's because I made a boo-boo. All right. This sewage tank is done, but I never connected it to the rest of it. It's a really long distance to connect it this way, but that was the way it was designed, was to connect this direction to go out this way. So we're going to have to build it. I have the resources to do so, and there's going to be a lot of people working in this area, so I think I'm going to go with a medium pipe anyway. We're going to rim it all the way around like this, and I want it to go in here. And it looks like the it's above train at some point. Okay, so we're going to have to bring it down a little bit, and then proper slope probably. Yeah, proper slope. It's going to complain about the slope on all of that. Okay. Here's what we can do then. We're going to put a 5-meter pump right here and hope that this actually connects the way it's supposed to. We'll flip the walking path to be on the other side. Now let's hope that this connects really quick. It does. Okay. Now that should allow me to connect this side to here. Very good. Okay. It's a long pipe. It's going to take a while to make that. Plenty of gravel needs to be delivered there. But it's a project that I think our Mount Char construction office can handle, provided they can get close enough to it. They don't have a path. All right. Did I delete I did. I deleted the walking path to make the roads. Okay. Let's bring this back over here. And then we'll have the construction office go like so. Like that and like that. And you, of course, don't have a connection yet. Makes sense. There we go. And then the mount chart office can take care of this as well. And then just to have this help out a little bit, if helicopters can get in here, I would actually love them to be delivering resources for this pipe so we can get that going again. I would really, really like to get my own electrical components reliably being created all the time. People will still work here right now. There's a health risk though, right? But we have chemicals being delivered. We got steel being reliably delivered, plastics being reliably delivered. Plenty of plastic in here. 126 tons of it is delivered here. And then you can see trains are still coming in, interacting with the station, bringing in the plastics, right? Now we're buying plastics from the border for now, but we're going to be creating them ourselves soon. All right, soon. Let's just take a quick look at this over here. It is getting close to built. Once it gets built, I believe, yeah, we'll just hook up the forklifts to all the resources it needs, and then everything just integrates beautifully. We should have plenty of storage for plastics in here. Yep, in here once we're done. So we'll go ahead and activate. I think we'll go about like, say like this. 41 tons of plastic can be stored here. I'm fine with that. Okay. Looks like you're getting your machines replaced. Waste treatment plant. That's not a big deal. Although this is getting full, so maybe that is a big deal. Ah, your machines. Come on. High priority, please. It's mechanical components. I think temporarily. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I think it's the reason why this isn't... I've said this before. I think the reason why this isn't working out so well is because there's not enough trains to do it, and I don't think there's enough dedicated storage to do it either. We're using these mechanical components really quickly, and there's not a lot of storage for them. So I could increase the amount of storage we have dedicated for this by going maybe to 5% here. 38 would be good here. Doesn't have a meaningful impact on the other resources, but it's going to give us, I think, a much better impact, or a much bigger impact on like how things are working around here. So I want more of those mechanical components to be found here so that we can pick them up here. So hopefully this distribution office gets on this. But the other construction office we're doing over here, and the reason why the rail is getting rebuilt out this way, is so that we can have another one put right here. Another rail construction office is going to go right here. And so we're going to say probably about this far should give me enough for the signal, I think. Right about there is where that's going to go. And then this road will go straight back like this behind it. Seems good. And then these rails will connect here. Oh, you are slightly off, aren't you? Ever so slightly not lined up. Fine. Here, we'll look at you from this direction, I guess. Right here. There. And then we'll have this rail come in like so. All right. Good. Another rail construction, rail distribution office. Sorry, not rail construction office. And the purpose for this one, of course, is to distribute all the resources being generated in this area and distribute them throughout the Republic. So if we have resources that originate over here that need to be brought here, then that office will take care of it. And any resources that originate here and need to be brought around anywhere else, this office will take care of it, providing us with twice as many trains on the rails and also a little bit more efficient logistics. Okay, because at the moment we just, we don't need the train coming all the way, starting here, coming all the way over here to grab resources and bring them, wherever else it's going to go, like over here. Like, let's bring steel over here. You have to start over here, go all the way here, pick up the steel, then go all the way back around, get over there, and then come all the way back to where you started. It's not efficient. Would rather they just take it from here, go this way, pick it up, go where you need to go. It'll take this route here, and then do the thing, and then come back. A little less running around. Okay, that's what I'd like to see. So we're gonna see those two offices start getting built too. Helicopters are gonna get on this as well, and then the rail construction office is not gonna auto search this because it's too far away. Pretty much all of our rails that we're building right now are too far away for them to auto search, which is okay. Oh wow, you can auto search this? Whoa, hey there, I did not see that coming. Genuinely did not think you were. Well, that's really nice. I like that. What I don't like is that all you guys are stopping. What are you stopping for? Well, it's the track builders, of course. Yeah. You can't round over here to get where you need to go. as the track builders. It'd be nice if you could have went this way, but I don't want you to, because I don't want any passenger trains only through here, right, is what I'm looking for. Oh, these things are all breaking down. I'm gonna need a vehicle repair center in this area. It needs to be in this area, which means I need people living over here, right? People with their own cars, probably. How about we try one right? Makes more sense to do it over here. How about we take a medium one to repair all the vehicles in this area? There's not that many vehicles. We might be able to get away with a small one. I think we can get away with a small one here. And then we'll put this. It would be nice to put it like in range of these other buildings, but I don't think it's feasible to do. I'd have to put it over on this. I guess I could put it on this side and then have people drive to it. That's not a bad idea. Then you can maintain the helicopters and stuff. It's not bad. I think I could see that being a good thing. Can I do a slightly bigger one? Just to say it. Can I do it? Yeah. We're right about here. Right here. Can I do... Oh, yeah. Slightly angled so you get that extra distance. I think we're going to try this. We'll have the repair station be here. All right. We're going to have the storage for all the resources it needs is going to need to be connected to it. Start with a small warehouse right over here. Right there is fine. Right, like that. There we go. And then we want a road that comes back this way. That's fine. And then a flat storage. Flat open storage. Small is fine. And we want that to be kind of over here. No? Right. Oh, right here. Yep. Yep. Right there. Flat storage. Wow, you are reshaping this land all the way. Damn. All right, that's not how I want to do this. Let's alter this a little bit. That's definitely not how I want that to be. Height from center, from right here. Let's bring this down if I can. And, you know, I probably want to redo this too. The height of everything needs to be kind of favorable to be working with it, I guess. So we'll try that. So we're just going to flatten this down with the road. All right, make it equal with the road here. There we go. And this road's probably moving too, so to have it all be really flat is probably not going to happen, but I think this is flat enough to at least work with it reasonably here. All right, let's try this again. So repair station, medium. And we want this to be in range of the helicopters right there. Yep. And then connected to that, we get our warehouse. Is right there. Yep. And then we get our open storage in the back. That will do. Like that. And then the road comes out like so. Okay. So repair station here. They're going to need a place, a way to walk there to work. We're going to put a little parking lot in here. How many cars do we need here? 16 cars should be enough to work there. I think 16 cars will be fine. But, you know, just because it's not that much of a difference, we can allow for 28. Yeah, I can allow for 28. We'll go right about here with it. Yeah, and we're going to have the rail over top of the rail there, but that's okay. They can still walk there. That's the important thing. So we'll go right about here. We'll go here with it. Now we just need to fix this rail here. So we're going to say that we want to delete the rail from here to here. And then we're going to cancel the demolition. And there we go. Fix the rail. Okay. So the idea is to be able to fix the helicopters, and also all these other vehicles can then go in and get repaired, and vehicles can leave here to repair other vehicles and all that. And then to get the workforce there, we'll need a little town right here, which was always planned, although I was debating putting it over here, you might remember. But the important thing is that they can drive here and get where they need to go there. Okay? I think that'll work out okay. So to get the town over here, we'll have to do a little tinkering to get, you know, food, services, and all that stuff over in the side. One thing maybe would work, I don't know, maybe it would work to get a parking lot maybe over in this area. And then I wonder actually if people will do this, if they'll ride the train to their parking lot and then drive to work. I don't know if they'll do that. So it's probably going to need a full town over here before we can really fix these vehicles, right? Maybe we'll just go little bits at a time and say, okay, all the vehicles that are really bad shape like this one, we could say, hey, you head on over here and get fixed for a little bit, right? Just for a little while, go get fixed, right? And then this one here just arrived. It's getting fixed, I hope anyway. 15 years old. It may not get fixed quite as fast as I'd like. It says there's nothing to repair, which is just a... Oh, well, you don't have any mechanical components to repair with either. So we're really struggling on getting mechanical components over here. And it's not a lack of supply. It's just a lack of trains to get over here and get them. And I think that's what this train's doing, right? It's heading over here to get the mechanical components and bring them back. But of course, track builder, right? So I think I'm going to let this go. No, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to send this thing back home so that you can get the mechanical components you need, and then the train will just come back out here and do this. So we'll say high priority there, high priority there. We're going to need another crossing for the track builders to get through here, and I'm thinking, why not just do it right here with a little wooden track? Put it like right here with a little wooden track. I don't like the... I can always tear the wooden track down pretty easily. Put it right here. It's just the wooden ones. Once we make everything electrified, we're going to need a way for these trains to get on the opposite sides of the tracks anyway, right? So electrification is going to be a complicated process there too. You might think, how about electrification? You could have another rail construction office over here, right? And yes, you're right. That's where it's going to go. It's going to go over here. But it's a temporary thing still. Track buildings are temporary. I don't want them to be sitting around. So we're going to have like a wooden track coming off of this, and then it will pop itself in and start doing its things, right? And that's going to make it closer to the electrical component supply, hopefully, as well as the steel supply. And then we could just have it doing its thing. Although for electrification's sake, we really only need the electrical components. I don't think we need anything else to electrify track once we have the regular concrete tracks in already. Yeah. Okay, so over here, I did say I wanted an apartment complex over here. It's November 13th, so we're getting kind of close to... Before we get... I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. But before we do this, I really should check on the progress of demolition over here. And it's done. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so before we get into that, because we need this to be back up and running, right? This is going to fill up. There it is, yep. So we want the general cargo now to go this way. Want that right here. That needs to be the highest of priorities. And we're going to say helicopters can help with that. That's fine. We can say that our road construction offices can help with that, getting that done. Sure. We have Cernakova construction office. We can even bring Cernakova labor in here, whatever. The important thing, though, is that this gets done as fast as possible. And then we just have it go one way like that. Now we should see the waste get redirected, and we should be bypassing this one entirely, so we can tear this one down too. Okay. With that being done, I think probably could take a look at Zeroski now and start getting additional people in there. Yeah, because we need the people for heating, right? It's not enough to have just one person in the heating plant. You got to have more than one. So I'm thinking we say that an apartment complex goes in right over here. Have a medium one, maybe the 97 worker one, 91% quality. Could be fine. And if I put you right here on the side, right over here, I think I make an apartment complex like right here, and maybe another one, maybe right here. Could be fine. Yeah, I think maybe right up next to it. Why not? Right up next to it like that. Right, that gives us like 100 workers in this area, and then they could just move around. Right, so I could say the road. Let's build that road all the way like this, and then we'll just build gravel roads here. Although walking distance is going to be greatly improved if we do something better than that. So I think I'll go with asphalt roads off these buildings. We're going to want parking lots behind this so that they can have their own cars as well. So we're going to put one of these high traffic ones here, big parking lot optimized. Put one of these behind it, maybe even two of these. I might put two of them in. I put one like right here. Or like, how about like this? Yeah, like this. I like it. And then another one on this side, like so. I don't know. I think it may be like a corner store here, though. Could do something like this instead. That's fine. Road goes through the center. Connected, and then confirm, and then we'll say like, yeah, like something for people to have here, like not a gallery. I'm thinking like a pub, but I'd rather have a shopping center or something's really small. Yeah, like right here. We just need things delivered here though. So I mean, generally you'd want to use that warehouse connection. Maybe having this over here is better. That way we can use the warehouse behind it. It's just another place for people to shop, you know? I think that's good. And then, like the walking path part of it here too. I want the road to be. I want this road to keep going is what I'm hoping for here. So maybe putting the road on this side right next to the parking lot would be okay. And then if this road could continue, it would go, yeah, this way. All right, good. And then we'll put a little warehouse behind this. And this will be where we kind of store our stuff for the store. Yeah, see what I did there? No? Okay, it's fine. And right behind it, I don't want to interrupt the walking paths though. That's the problem with this. Like I'm going to have to get in the way of the walking paths. Maybe right here is fine. This could be fine. And then if the road was to come straight this way, right? We could have it just connect like that. So if you do come out this way and then over, I think probably connecting here is good for what I want to do anyway with it. So we'll have that connect there. And then the walking path can go across here. So like this, I don't want the... There we go. I don't need the lights on that one. And then straight over like this and then into there. Just to kind of connect it up. I think that looks fine. That looks pretty good. And then from this side, it can also go like so. I like it. Okay. The roads, confirm. Lots of work for the road crews to do. We have all the rural development office and stuff can all just get us a good start on these things, right? We have workers and stuff that can be brought in over here to do this. And we'll have now a couple of different apartments over here. We have parking lots for them to have their own cars, get in where they need to go. People can park in these areas and walk to the hospital and all that stuff too. So we still have that happening. And we should see, with this done, we should see the ability to walk. I was really hoping you'd be able to get to the heating plant. And I think you can if I upgrade the roads, because what I'm seeing here is 293 here. And I know you can go up to 480 with good roads. So I'm thinking if we can get the walking paths upgraded, probably like this. I'm thinking if we bring this walking path, let's say from this point, right? Need to go the opposite direction so the lights are on the other side. Maybe we go from here and then over to there, right? And then I'm gonna have to, maybe I just leave it there. That'd be okay. And then all we need to do at that point is upgrade that one and that one. And Looks like it goes all the way over there. So it's actually closer, though, for it to do that, isn't it? I think so. I'm going to have this upgraded as well. Okay. And then from this side, from that little spot there, I don't think that part matters as much. I kind of want to cross in the middle. So I'm thinking we go like this. Yeah, something like that would be better. Okay, confirm that. So lots of stuff to do to get this to be constantly heated. I think it's really important that that's always the case. And so what I think I'm going to do instead is the other bus that's headed to this stop, I'm going to redirect it to this stop so that we can guarantee more people into heat all the time. So there are 2 buses. There's only 2. And I think probably I'll double that. But I want to see where you're going. You're going to the Farms bus stop. Okay, so you're the one that is already set. So I want your route to be copied to that bus. Now you're on the same route. I also want you to avoid this intersection. I think this intersection is not what I want you. I don't want you to interact with this. You should be able to easily get where you need to go without interacting with that intersection. So, because it's too busy. So what I want you to do, I think, is we're going to create a waypoint right there. And now the goal is to tag up that waypoint in your route. So from the Zeroski bus stop, you're going to tag this. And then after the Sernakova Farms bus stop, you're going to tag this. And that's going to force you onto this road and keep you away from this intersection. Copy that route to this bus. All right, so we should see them now tag up on different waypoints. So if I tell you to turn around and tag up that waypoint, you don't have any workers, so you need to come into here anyway. Yeah, and what I think I want you to do, no students here. Because we don't have any, you don't have a university yet. We don't have a college yet for this area, which is like not a high priority. I thought about maybe putting it over here and having people drive in, but actually a small one would work, right? Just like a small, is it state infrastructure, right? Halls of residence, headquarters, small headquarters, right? Like this would be fine. And people could just walk and get education here, right? Because we need people for like the hospital and everything. So that's a doable thing. We could probably just have that happen. All these parking lots and stuff could, you know, kind of work for that as well. Might even be able to fit it right here. That's interesting. I don't like that. Nestle it in right here. And then again, all these parking lots kind of serve for this to get an education too. That's not bad. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna pop that in there. I'm all right with that. But I want to see them actually use the routes the way they're supposed to. So let's see. This route here, I want you to go back to the Zeroski bus stop now. So this guy here, this is what we're following. And we should see this bus now always tag up on this one. Oh, you stopped there, huh? For the light? Yeah, that's interesting. That light's way farther back than I thought it was. So you see there's 2 buses right next to each other now, which isn't really what I want to have happen. So we can try to space them out a little bit. I certainly don't want them going back and forth like that. I mean, there's no passengers on either one of them right now. And probably because I need to basically tell the people who live in these buildings to work in this on the bus stop. So these 2 apartments, the apartment complex here is going to be basically dedicated to this bus stop. This is the only place they'll work. That should give us enough to keep this place operational without having to rely on the cars for now. Because it's wintertime now, and people are going to start dying if I don't provide heat. So that's now the first thing. Once we get this operational and all the walking paths in, we shouldn't need to worry about that anymore because these guys can walk to it. But it's possible that we want additional apartment complexes and stuff. So I'm going to look for opportunities to just add additional ones. On this side, speaking of adding additional, on this side, we're going to have a new neighborhood. Okay. So during the winter, there's not a whole lot to do, but since there is now construction over there, there is more to do. When the construction over here is done, we're going to have them work on an area over here. But for now, I can have just helicopters only looking at it. So what I'll do is we're going to say that a road from here, we're going to have this be a square, I think. It's going to kind of be a roundabout in that way. And it'd be nice if I could just come straight off of the road. Yeah, like this is fine. This is like a square. Nobody's going to use the dirt path right now because this is open. But eventually, I think this will end up being like a roundabout-ish kind of thing. Where's the traffic jam? Is it because you're building the tunnel? It's like all the cement trucks. But what are you... Oh, is it because of... I see. You can't actually go back because this is a one-way road. Oh, I hate that. Here, goodbye. You can't turn around and go the other direction because it's a one-way road. So I'm going to have to babysit this, apparently. Until you build this road. And then they could just turn around and go that way. But we didn't build the road yet, you know? All right. There you go. Dump trucks are... bulldozers on it now, so we can have this road get built a little bit more. Yeah, they should be able to just disappear like that. I thought they would just despawn. But that's clearly not happening with the concrete mixers. So as soon as they complain they don't have enough, I'm going to have to do that with it. All right, you got all your concrete delivered now? Just 2.5 tons. I feel like this road should get done with a higher priority, so let's just do that. Let's check in over here. Is this office done yet? I don't know why it would be. I just made it. This is what I need to check on though. Get out of here. And trains. Yep, there's the track builder, probably holding up the whole setup, aren't you? Yep, that happens. They didn't build this yet. I need this to be a higher priority for the track builders. Hopefully that's what you're doing. But if not, I'm going to take and just select you. This rail construction office, again, eventually, I think this rail construction office probably, moves, or it doesn't exist there anymore. There's really not a reason for this to exist here once we electrify all the tracks. It's not a very good position for it once we electrify the tracks. So then we'll have to be able to tear this down and create additional industry here. Maybe even, I mean, it's a little bit polluting here, so maybe not. But I was thinking possible we could even add some housing here, but it's too polluting, so we're not going to do that. But we could add additional industry here. There's probably something we could put here instead. Something that uses gravel, for instance. Would probably be a really good fit for this area. Or just additional gravel storage. I mean, if we ship it over all the other places in the Republic, then fine, right? Okay, I'm gonna let things build. I can't believe this isn't done yet. It's just workers now. They've already delivered all the boards, so it's just a matter of people getting over here and getting that done. It's just a city hall too, so like, what does it matter? Passengers waiting. Are they getting into the heat plant now? Yeah, we're finally getting a really good supply of heating people now, so that's good. And then obviously people can still work here too, because they're getting brought to the bus stop, not to the heating plant directly, so they can walk to this area too. So we're gonna get sewage taken care of really well too over here. And I think probably we can reduce the number of workers in this building to maybe 7, just to make sure we keep up on heat. And this is all done. Heat exchanger done. Is the plumbing done yet? Not completely. So this needs to be completed before we can have a neighborhood built over here. But this is the other part of this video I wanted to do, is this neighborhood over here. So this road depot is going to move. And I think actually what I'll do is I'll have all of these vehicles come over to the actual road depot that's already built to here. All of you guys just get out of here. We're going to tear this down. And I think what I'd like to do is have this road come straight out into this area. So now that I can get rid of this, I can pull this road out of here like that. I think I want this road to come off of this point. I know it's a little janky, but I mean, I wish I could make this a right angle, but I already made this road. I'm not going to change it. So I'm going to head, I think, straight out parallel to that highway. Make another route over through here. Okay. I think then what I might do is let's make a cross from here. Maybe place the buildings first. So it's another rural neighborhood, kind of like this is, right? So I want to say that we take the clone tool. And we're just going to take this section right here. Okay. I wish I could take only the buildings and not the road. Doesn't look like it's going to let me do that. It selects the terrain before it selects the buildings. That's not going to work. All right, so we're just going to take what we can, which is going to be this. All right, maybe it won't make the roads after all. I don't know. And then what we'll do is we're going to come over to this area. And I think we'll have a house be over on this side. Let's say here. I think. Let's say here. That's fine. And then here. 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 And then over on this side, we'll do the same thing. We'll say about here. About here. About here. About here. That's probably good. I don't think we can fit any more in there. Let's get a road going between this part and like all of this, basically. Go between all this. And then we just need to connect everything. So you would get connected there. And then the hope is that all of this would get connected. I was actually hoping that the roads would come with it, but the roads didn't come with it. Huh. I thought the roads would come. I mean, it was highlighting them. All right, well, in that case, I do need to rethink the positioning of these buildings, but you kind of get the idea. We're doing pretty much the same thing as we were doing before with that other neighborhood over there.